Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Mandy. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm excited to connect with all you guys here on Facebook Live. So once you tune in, do me a favor and say hello, comment below and say hi. Hey, Priscilla, how are you, sister? How's everybody doing tonight? Do me a favor, comment below and say hello. And if you choose, feel free and share this video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking all about insomnia. So, if you know of anyone who could potentially be experiencing insomnia, do me a favor and go ahead and share this video to your timeline so that we can get this information out to others about ways that you can naturally combat insomnia. Naturally is the key. And it's going to be with food and a couple other recommendations that I have for you guys. Hey, Mama, how are you? Priscilla says I have tons of energy and I feel amazing. That's fantastic, sister. I'm so happy to hear that. Hey, Carissa, how are you? Feel my love and appreciation for you guys. Thank you for jumping on the live video. It is 8 p.m. Here in Florida and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, of course, I'm here in the Sunshine State, an hour ahead of you guys, but I know a lot of my followers are Central Standard Time. So, you know, I choose to make it fun and easy. Hey, Danny, how are you, sister? Thanks for tuning in. Aiden says, I don't sleep, I wait. Wow, that is no bueno, Aiden. Hopefully, some of the information that I share with you tonight will be supportive in allowing you to be able to get more rest. So really quick, does anybody have any questions? Just do me a favor and comment below. Also, be sure that you are signed up for my live notification. So this page and then also my trainer Mandy Fonville public figure page. Just be sure that you're signed up for the live notifications because I'll be going live, you know, whether it's here, whether it's there. Just make sure that, that you're connected with me. Hey, Miss T, Yvette, how are you, sister? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the compliment. I received that. And hi, Danny, how are you? So, once again, tonight we're going to be talking about insomnia. You guys do me a favor and share this video to your timeline so that everyone on your timeline can also hear all about the good news of how to deal with this naturally and get more rest, because obviously we know that rest is key to our health for sure, and then just feeling amazing. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and comment now, whether you're tuning in live or you're catching the replay. Just be sure that you're signed up for my live notifications. Comment below once you tune in. Tell me hi. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Also, too, I just want to add this disclaimer in there in the very beginning that I am not a doctor. Nothing that I share is FDA approved. Nothing that I share is meant to prevent, cure, diagnose, or treat any disease. And once again, it's not FDA approved. So just go ahead and get that out of the way. Hey, Andrea, how are you, beauty? Thanks for tuning in. And a little bit about me. My name is Mandy Fonville. I am 36 years young. I'm a holistic health, fitness, nutrition coach, and I'm super passionate about empowering others to transform their lives, and especially women. So I'm a personal trainer. I have a yoga certification. I also have a certification in advanced food healing, and I'm just super duper passionate about getting healthy and healing your body, especially with real whole food. And I myself have overcome health challenges that I had in the past. I took antidepressants for 16 years. I had a lot of, you know, digestive issues growing up, migraines, et cetera, et cetera. So just have overcome, you know, so much, and I have learned so much as well that I am blessed to share with others and being able to support others to transform their lives. So yeah, just feel my love and appreciation for you guys. Hey, Mary Jane, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Once you guys tune in, say hi below so I know who all's on here, and then just do me a favor and share this video if you feel called to do so that way I can just reach more people. Hey, Just Wolf, how are you, beauty? So once again, guys, tonight we're going to be talking about insomnia. Go ahead and tell me right now in the comments below, do you deal with insomnia? Or maybe perhaps your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. But do you know of anyone that deals with insomnia? Just go ahead and type a yes for me. You don't have to give details, but just type a yes if you or someone you know deals with insomnia. I just would like to know. Hey, Mary Jane, how are you, beauty? Awesome, Andrea. Happy to hear it, sister. So do you or anyone you know deal with insomnia? Give me some yeses if that's the case. Aiden says insomnia and sleep apnea. Okay, Andrea says not anymore. I take Calm. Yeah, Calm is phenomenal, but that is not exactly what we're discussing tonight. But that is something that will support you in that. But what I'm sharing tonight is actually real whole food. Carissa says yes. Ms. T says, yes, Lord, I do. Carissa used to. Jess Wolf, yes. Okay, awesome. So I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. Once again, share this video on your timeline so more people can hear all about it. So what we're talking about is insomnia, and our pineal gland, which is located like right here, is our master endocrine gland of our body. It's basically runs the whole entire show. And it is also responsible for our immune system. So whatever we have going on, and in terms of, the pineal gland and it being able to produce melatonin, which is actually what supports us in being able to get sleepy, fall asleep, and get good quality sleep, all of it really depends on what's going on with the pineal gland. So I'm going to talk tonight about some different things that you can incorporate into your diet, for one, and then just some other things that you can take care in terms of, how you're choosing to spend your evenings before you go to bed to ensure that you're able to get better quality sleep. So once again, it's the master endocrine gland, and it produces melatonin and also regulates our immune system. And I want to know right now, does anybody have a clue about what type of food also contains melatonin? If you know the answer, go ahead and comment below. Danny says, me, night shift doesn't help. Yeah, people that work night shifts, like, nurses and just graveyard shift, no matter what you're doing, honestly does throw off the circadian rhythm. So, working night shifts can be a bit challenging. Andrea says, working out always helps me sleep better. Turkey. Yeah, turkey has tryptophan, but this actual food has melatonin. So does anyone know what food contains melatonin? And I'm going to give you another hint. Well, I'll give you two more hints. It's brown, and it actually looks like the brain. So think about what's brown and what looks like the brain. And I'll give you another hint. It's a nut. So maybe you guys can figure it out. I'm pretty sure you can. I just gave you three pretty hardcore hints right there. It's brown. Of course, it's a food, but it's brown, and it looks like the brain, and it's a nut. So does anyone know the answer? I know that we're a bit delayed, so I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Danny says almonds. Close. It's not almonds, but close. It actually looks like a brain, and it is the walnut. Yay, give it up for the walnut. So walnuts actually contain melatonin naturally, which is actually what the pineal gland produces that supports us in being able to sleep well at night. Yeah, there you go, Joshua. He guessed walnut. Andrea says pecan, Priscilla walnuts, Aiden walnut. Okay, good. So you guys know all about it. So walnut is going to be your answer. So I'll give you, towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you more specific recommendations. But yes, it is the walnut, and it's best to purchase your nuts, all of them. But of course, walnut is what I'm talking about. But it's always important to purchase your nuts raw and organic. Okay, that's really important. A lot of times when they're roasted, you don't really know what kind of oil it's roasted in. If you're not spending quite a bit of money on whatever it is you're purchasing, chances are it's not very good quality. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. So look for raw if you can, for sure, and organic. And honestly, walnuts are best purchased in the shell, and actually where you would be cracking open the shell and getting the nut out of there, because 76% of the nut contains fatty acids. So it's 76% fatty acids, meaning that it's very easy and prone for it to go rancid. So compared to other nuts, walnuts would be one that you would really try your best to look for in a shell, to where you're required to actually crack the shell open and get the walnut out of it. Because if you're purchasing it and it's in a bag or it's in a bin and you're scooping it out into a plastic bag, like I said, chances are it could potentially be rancid, just because of the fact that once the oils hit or the oxygen hits the oil on the nut, then it could potentially be rancid. So if you can, try to purchase it raw, organic, and in the shell, and that obviously it's going to be raw if it's in the shell. But if it's not in the shell, that you still take care in trying to purchase raw and organic. And if you can purchase it in the shell, purchasing organic as well. And then, opening it up with your little thingy mabobbers, plier thingies or whatever, crack it open with a meat hacker, whatever you choose to. Hey, Julian, how are you, beauty? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the answer is walnuts. Hey, Haley Todd, thanks for tuning in. Linda, how are you, beauty? Thanks for tuning in, guys. So the answer is going to be walnuts, okay? And then the second food that is also high in melatonin is cherries, okay? Specifically Montmorency cherries. So Sometimes cherries are really hard to find, and I definitely, yeah, Mama Nutcracker, appreciate you. Cherries can be really hard to find, especially organic, so I would highly encourage you, if you purchase cherries, that you're purchasing organic, always. You know, I'm just 100%, you know, all about promoting, you know, organic, and as we know why, and if you don't know why, it's because most produce, unfortunately, nowadays is sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, asides, right? And then you're purchasing it, and then even if you think you're washing it off well or soaking it or whatnot, you're consuming that, and so you're consuming those chemicals, and so we're obviously trying to cleanse our body and detox our body. We do not want to be consuming a bunch of chemicals that are just going to wreak havoc in our bodies on a cellular level and disrupt our hormones and challenge our organs, our liver, our kidneys, etc. So I could go on all night about that, but so specifically cherries, or cherries is the answer, and specifically Montmorency cherries. That's spelled Montmorency. So Montmorency cherries is what you're looking for, and what I recommend that you do is you purchase organic Montmorency tart cherry concentrate. And in a little bit after I finish this video, I already looked up a second ago on Amazon, and I will put a link in the comments below after I finish the video of some concentrate that, you know, perhaps you could try. I've done a couple different brands, but what you're looking for sure is Montmorency and organic. You want to make sure it's a reputable company, so I can share that link in the comments after this. But Montmorency tart cherry concentrate, and what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of that in some water, and you're going to drink it. And I'm going to give you more specifics towards the end on what exactly I do recommend. But another really cool thing about cherries is they're really high in malic acid, so they're really great for gout and fibromyalgia and arthritis. And the reason is because it helps get the uric acid out of the blood. So apple cider vinegar is another one, because apples are also really high in malic acid. So anyone dealing with any kind of challenges from inflammation with arthritis, fibromyalgia, and gout, obviously is going to be in pain, etc. But incorporating the Montmorency cherry juice will not only allow you to produce or to have, you know, that melatonin to help you sleep better at night, but also as well to remove the urea or uric acid from the blood and from the body, which can help with inflammation. So it's going to lower the uric acid content. So, yeah, those are your two things, the walnuts and the Montmorency cherry. So I'm going to be giving you now my recommendations of what you guys can do to get better sleep at night. Okay, so number one, the biggest reason that people suffer, or let's say experience challenges with insomnia, aka not being able to go to sleep or fall asleep, is stress. Okay, so go ahead and give me some hearts, some thumbs, some hearts, some sad faces, some cry faces, some whatever, angry faces, not really, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if you deal with stress in your everyday life, which chances are, you know, we all have some form of stress to some degree or another, that potentially that could be the reason of why maybe you aren't sleeping very well at night, or able to fall asleep, like I said. So me personally, I like to tell or recommend to people that stress is AKA fear. So really, when you or let's just say making the comment like, I'm so stressed out, or I'm stressed, or I'm under a lot of stress, aka fear. So stress really is just another word for fear. So when you're able to change your perception of whatever it is that you are experiencing and look at it from maybe a different perspective, then you can change the way that you see things. And instead of it being something that you're fearful of, then, you know, you can choose to let it be okay and to love it and to realize that it's here for your expansion. Okay, so meaning that it's allowing you to grow and to expand to becoming more of exactly who you are and who you were created to be. So I know it's not always that easy, and maybe it's easier said than done in certain situations, but just think about that. You know, of course, I talk a lot about consciousness. I talk a lot about, you know, what we're saying, what we're thinking, what we're saying to ourselves, what we're saying out loud and speaking out into the universe, into existence, you know, and most people do not have a clue, unfortunately, that the words that they're speaking is actually creating their life, and they want to know why they're kind of always in that, you know, cycle over and over and over. Well, you know, it's kind of like, because that's what you're saying, so you're essentially just confirming that, you know, you're saying it over and over, and that's what you continue to experience. So I love talking a lot about that as well. And if you guys are interested, it's for females only, but I do have a 4-day emotional detox challenge group. It's free. I've already done one challenge, and the next challenge actually starts on on Monday, December the 26th. So it is the day after Christmas. So if you're interested in being a part of that group, go ahead and just comment below and just say I'm in, and then I can add you to the group, because it is a secret group to maintain the integrity of the group and all the women in the group and all the things that they're posting and all the things that I'm posting. I mean, I do live Facebook videos. I'm talking about really personal stuff from my childhood, my past, etc., and just really expressing myself raw, real, vulnerable, emotional, etc., because in order for us to transform, we do really require stripping layers off, you know? So I'm trusting this is still working well. I keep getting all kinds of messages and text messages. I get none of that until I get on Facebook Live, and then all of a sudden everybody is contacting me. So maybe they're feeling my good energy and my vibes out there. I'm attracting all of it, I guess. So anyhow, if you're interested, just comment below. Danny says I'm in. Ms. T, if you're interested, sister. So once again, it's a secret Facebook group. You won't be able to find it if you search. You will require being added by either me or somebody else who's already in the group. And once again, the next 4-day emotional detox challenge will start the Monday after Christmas on December the 26th, and I will do a Facebook Live video every morning for 4 days in a row, get you guys all fired up and all excited and stripping away more layers of, you know, the old stories and belief systems, etc. And then you can start off 2017 with the bang. It's going to be on, right? On like Donkey Kong. So my thing to you guys for sure in terms of the recommendation is, first of all, do your best to reduce your stress. Also, too, if you're going around saying that you're stressed out, think about what you're saying. Think about what, you know, you're putting out there when you say those words, and potentially change your perspective of whatever it is that you're dealing with, and realize that more than likely it's fear, right? It's fear versus stress, because we actually create all of that ourselves. We are responsible for creating our reality. So however you deem to look at your situation and create your situation is up to you. So also, before you go to bed at night, like, don't watch the news. I'm sorry, or cancel. I'm not sorry. I apologize for you guys that love to watch the news before you go to bed. I know I've had this conversation with my mom so many times, but you know, watching the news right before you go to bed it's just not really recommended, guys, because you're watching the news and you're hearing all of that stuff, and then you're going to bed at night, and honestly, you're not going to get a peaceful night's rest like that. You know, if you require knowing about the weather for the next day, then look on your phone, look on your weather app or something like that. But just take care and take caution in what you are choosing to allow to go into your mind, because anything, even when you're paying attention to it or not, if it's something that you're listening to, even, you know, subliminal messages, we know how all that works, but if it's something that you're really not paying 100% attention to, but it's still going on in the background, or if it's something that you're watching, etc., and this would really be just like a whole nother video topic, but that stuff does go into your mind. It goes into your subconscious mind. Then you lay down at night to go to sleep, and you wonder why you're having nightmares about, you know, fires and tornadoes and, you know, shootings, etc., and that's because that's what you just got done watching on the news right before you went to bed. So just take care before you go to bed to try your best to reduce your stress, aka fear level, and also what you are choosing to pay attention to at night before you go to bed. Me personally, I usually meditate, either, you know, to sounds, whether it's the sound of the fan or the sounds of birds or the sound of rain, or I will actually put in headphones and listen to an actual meditation. But, you know, doing that allows me to just take it down so many notches and get a really good night's sleep. And then the dreams and stuff that I have are very peaceful dreams. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel you, sister. Yes, thank you. So just take care in what you're doing at night before you go to bed. That's my first, number one, biggest important tip that I can leave you guys with. Okay, and then here are my specific recommendations when it comes to the walnuts and the tart cherry juice. Okay, are you guys ready? Give me some thumbs up and hearts if you're ready. I'm going to take a sip of my good old water. I'm trusting all you guys drank your recommended amount of water today. Are you guys still there? Okay, there we go. Just kidding. I know it's delayed. Okay, anyhow, so 1 hour before bed, you're going to eat 10 walnuts. So remember, you're going to do your best to purchase the walnuts that are actually in the shell. You're going to crack them with the nutcracker. Thank you, Mama. With the nutcracker, and you're going to open it up and you're going to eat the walnut. Also, make sure that when you eat nuts, because unfortunately we do have a lot of people that are challenged with digestive issues nowadays, specifically leaky gut, etc., etc. But remember, when you eat nuts, any kind of nuts at all, but that you chew them up really well, almost to like a liquid before you swallow. Like, don't pop it in your mouth and take a couple bites and swallow, because your body has a really hard time breaking that down and digesting that. So chew it up as best as you can, you know, to almost a liquidy substance, and then swallow it. So you're going to do 10 walnuts, and then you're going to take 1 tablespoon of the Montmorency tart cherry concentrate. Remember, it's a concentrate, so it's going to be really thick, almost like a syrup. And you're going to add that to about, 2 to 4 ounces of water. It doesn't take a lot. You're just really requiring to water it down just a little bit, dilute it so that you're able to actually drink it. But you are getting ready to go to bed, so you don't want to drink a whole bunch of liquid before you go to bed. So maybe 2 to 4 ounces of water. You're going to add, once again, 1 tablespoon, and I will be adding a link below, because right before I jumped on here, I did look on Amazon really quick, just so that I could grab a link and share with you guys here in the comments so that you'll know. And you can purchase any of them. I don't work for this company. I'm not affiliated in any kind of way. I just simply jumped on Amazon and searched. So what you're looking for is organic Montmorency tart cherry concentrate. So feel free to do a Google search or Amazon or whatnot and find one that works for you. But I will link one below in the comments just to support you guys in that a little bit better. So 1 tablespoon and about 2 to 4 ounces of water, and you're going to drink it, and then you're going to go off to dreamland. And I'm trusting that you're going to have a great night's sleep. Another thing, like I said a second ago, is before I go to bed, give appreciation, give gratitude for your life. Feel your love and your appreciation for your life. Of course, just take some deep breaths, connect to your heart. Remember, that you're here for a purpose and you're divinely created, and that you're the one and only you. There's no one else on this earth like you, and that you're phenomenal. So do all those things right before you go to bed. And whether you listen to like some nature sounds, or you put your headphones in and you listen to an actual meditation, or whatever you choose to do, you pray, whatever form you use to get in touch with your creator, because that's really what it's all about, to allow you to have peace so that you're able to get a good night's sleep. And yes, amen and amen, Krista. So, my other tip would be, so I guess this would be my third tip, is no caffeine after 11 a.m. And yes, you heard that right. So, you wake up first thing in the morning and potentially you have some caffeine. Maybe you have some herbal green tea. Maybe you have some coffee. Potentially, I choose to know what all people do. I don't do caffeine. I don't require caffeine. This is my natural energy. I've always been a very high energy person. But there was times in my life where I did rely on having caffeine because I felt like crap. So I was dealing with health challenges. I was taking antidepressants. I was eating a very high inflammatory diet. I was working out so much, my body was worn out. So I did used to require caffeine to even just get going, but not anymore. Like, this is me naturally. And in fact, I did a post just a little while ago on Facebook where I was talking about fruits and vegetables being the fountain of youth. Like, I'm 36 years young. I mean, I don't think that I look 36 years young at all. I don't feel 36 years young either. I feel better right now than I ever have in my entire life, but that's about my lifestyle. That's about what I'm choosing to put into my body and how I'm choosing to take care of myself. So, Andrea says, you sure are, little hyper thing. Yeah, you know what's up. Back at the Rolling Thunder, I've always been hyper. So, no caffeine after 11 a.m. So, even if you do wake up in the morning, you require your caffeine, like, stop. Don't have anything else caffeine-wise. No stimulants, no pre-workouts, none of that other whatnots that people do nowadays. I choose to know. But stop it at 11 a.m., okay, so that you can get the best sleep tonight, or at night, and tonight, but at night. And then also, my personal recommendation is do not work out late at night. Like, I know some people do because maybe that's just what works best with their schedule, and you may think that you're okay and you may think that you're still sleeping, but it's scientifically proven that we really should not work out late at night. There's so many reasons why. As you know, what happens when we work out and exercise, our body produces endorphins, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just really not good to do that late at night. I mean, you're revving your system up, like, you don't want to rev it up and then try to lay down and go to sleep. So it's really best and scientifically proven to do your workouts in the morning. And in fact, according to traditional Chinese medicine, it's the best to do your workouts at 10 a.m. So I choose to know exactly why. I know that has a lot to do with the energetic meridians and the meridian clock in the body, which once again could be a whole nother video. And a lot of people can't work out at 10 a.m. because they require going to work or whatnot, maybe at 8 a.m. But either way, if you can get your workout in the morning, or maybe like mid-morning, or like maybe at least by like noon or by 2 or 3 o'clock, I would say really the latest to get your workout in would be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you choose to do something after work or in the evening, let it be something a little bit more like yoga or a light walk, or maybe, probably wouldn't even really say a run, but maybe a light jog or whatnot. But, I'm going to leave that to your personal discretion. I'm just sharing with you, for one, what works for me, and also what I've learned over the past how many ever years. I mean, I've been a trainer for almost 12 years. So, just don't work out late at night. You work out late at night and you lay down and you wonder why you can't sleep. Well, because you just revved yourself up, right? Think about a car. Like when I say rev, I think about vroom, vroom, you know, like you get the car all revved up and then you think you're just going to pull the car in the garage. And you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I thought that was funny. So anyway, yeah, so no caffeine after 11 a.m. Don't get all fired up, wired up and working out hardcore late at night because, you know, that's not going to support you in getting good sleep. And let's see. Oh, okay. So the next tip is to stop eating by about 3 hours before you go to bed. So I'm going to give you my recommendation here in a second for bedtime and everything else, but try to eat your last meal like about 7 p.m. Like be done eating like no later than like 8 p.m. But really ideally about 7. So whatever works best for you. I'm just giving you recommendations of what I've learned have worked over the past how many ever years. But really do your best to finish eating your dinner by about 7 o'clock. So think about it. If you finished eating by 7 and you went to bed at 10, that gave your body 3 hours for the food to digest and to, you know, be removed from the stomach into the intestinal tract where your body's going to work on absorbing the nutrients, etc. And then you're going to be able to get better sleep. So try your best to stop eating by about 7, and I would really say at the latest 8 p.m. because I know some people have to work until like 6 or 7, so that might be kind of a challenge for you. So once again, let's just say 7 to 8-ish. And the next thing that I could recommend if you do have challenges with insomnia would be to soak your feet in warm water for 10 minutes before bed. And I just almost laughed again because I thought like your little piggies, like your little toes, like soak your feet in like the bathtub. You can even put some Epsom salt in there. So maybe you've already taken your shower or whatever, but right before you go to bed, you have a little bin of water, or maybe you just go sit on the ledge of the bathtub and you put your feet in there for a little bit. But like I said, I know I'm full of laughs tonight, Mama. So one of the recommendations will also be, in order to support you and get in really great sleep, will be soak your little beautiful toesies for 10 minutes before you go to bed. So Kim says, agree. Scylla. Oh, you're talking to Priscilla. Okay, I need that kind of energy. I know, you guys, and this is natural energy too, and it's already like 8:25 here in the Sunshine State. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, soak your feet for 10 minutes before bed. All right, so the next tip is going to be, this is a way to reset your pineal gland. Remember the pineal gland? It's right here. It's what's responsible. It's your, it's like the master endocrine gland. It's responsible for your immune system, right? That's a huge deal. So a way to reset your pineal gland. This also works really well for jet lag. So maybe people that fly a lot for your job or your career. So a way to reset it is you're going to go outside at 8 a.m. and also at 4 p.m. Okay, so it's these two specific times. So 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. and you're going to go outside and you're going to look at the sun and you're going to allow the sunlight to penetrate into your eyes, because what that does is that initiates the pineal gland to develop the melatonin. So let's see. Andrea says, I put some lavender oil in mine. Yeah, lavender oil is fascinating. I actually, it's beautiful. I love it. So I put lavender oil on the bottom of both of my feet before I go to bed at night. Sometimes I'll put some lavender oil right here too, like over where the pineal gland is, and I'll put a little bit on the back of my neck. I'll put some in my hands, rub it together, and I'll kind of like bend over like that, and I'll cup my hands around my nose and my mouth, and I'll inhale pretty big to get it into my, system. Yeah, just to get it in there. But that's another thing that you can do too with lavender. But of course, you can put it in Epsom salt baths. You can put it in the water to soak your feet in as well, because the goal is that you're trying to get it into your body and into your bloodstream. So what it does is it changes your vibrational energy. So I mean, lavender is amazing. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that, Priscilla. That's fantastic. Hey, Christina, thanks for tuning in, Beauty. And hey, Amy Castillo, once you tune in, say what's up, guys, so I can say hi back. So, all right. So remember, you're going to reset your pineal gland by going outside in the sunlight at 8 a.m. and again at 4 p.m. So those are the two critical times. Take your sunglasses off, open your eyeballsies, and look at the sun and let that sunlight get into there. And like I said, that's going to initiate the pineal gland here to produce melatonin. So when it's time for you to go to bed at night, you're going to sleep really well. So remember too, like whenever you were a kid and you would play out in the sun all day, like I used to always go to the aquatic center, me and my best friend, and we would be at the aquatic center all day long. And I remember I would sleep so good at night, that night, or anytime that you're ever out in the sun, right? Whether it was back when you were a kid or now. But what happens when you're out in the sun like that, once again, is it initiates the pineal gland to produce that melatonin. And also too, I want to mention the pineal gland is your third eye. So if you hear about people having insight and intuition, it's from this pineal gland right here. So I'm sure you've probably seen, I just bought this really awesome tank top a couple weekends ago at this cool little shop that was in downtown St. Augustine, but it's like of the third eye, you know, so you've probably seen like the little things with that, which is phenomenal. Hey, beauty, how are you? Thanks for tuning in, Christina. Priscilla says Christina and Mandy, Priscilla, Amy, I remember those days. Yeah, I choose to know what all you guys are referring to on that one. Let's see. So, oh, you're just saying hi to everybody. Yeah, that's awesome, Priscilla. So, Kim says, what about organic lavender tea? Yeah, lavender tea is great too. You can definitely go for that. Oops, I accidentally hit the wrong button. But yeah, you can definitely do the lavender tea as well. And in fact, too, another really good nighttime tea is chamomile. That's also very calming. The brands that I recommend as far as tea goes, once again, you want to really choose organic, because a lot of those teas out there have been sprayed once again with pesticides, right? So the tea leaves have been sprayed with pesticides, and then they cultivate it, and then you're just brewing you up a nice cup of chemicals, right? And cancel, we don't want that in our body. So Traditional Medicinals, Kim Rosas, is a really good brand that I highly recommend for people. It's a very reputable company, and it's actually fairly affordable. You know, it's not super duper expensive. I choose to know how many tea bags come in there, maybe like 15 or 18, but I have seen it at Kroger. I choose to know if I've seen it at Walmart, but I typically would buy it at like Kroger, and of course like Whole Foods, Sprouts, all those other places. Those places definitely have it, but I have seen it at Kroger, and I've seen it at Kroger there in Bryan College Station. I know for a fact that Bryan Kroger has it. So, anyhow, going outside at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. and then just being out in the sunshine. Like, you know how I tell y'all that I go to the beach, I get out in the sun. I always highly recommend that people get out in nature, get the sunshine, get the nature in your life, etc. But those things are going to help your body produce the melatonin. And last but not least, I'm going to give you your bedtime rule. Oh, goodness. Andrea, are you talking about the tea? It's called Traditional Medicinal, sister. I'm sure I posted a picture of the brand in the closed Facebook group, but it's a box of tea bags, and once again, it's called Traditional Medicinals. But I can post a picture later. I'll send it to you in the thing. Or I can even post a picture right here in the comments after I finish this video. Yeah, Calm is really good. So you guys are referring to the Calm. Calm is a magnesium supplement, but Calm is not going to answer someone's problems of insomnia. Calm is a magnesium supplement, which actually is going to calm the body down, but only on a muscular level. So it's going to relax the body. It's going to relax the body muscularly. But as far as like relaxing the mind, and then as far as your body producing the melatonin from the pineal gland, it's going to actually allow you to go into the deep cycles of sleep. Like you've all heard of the REM sleep, REM, and that's where you get like, you know, most of your regeneration and your repair, because when we sleep at night, that's when our body, that's the rest and repair phase, right? So it's super critical that we get the right amount of rest. So once again, Christine or anyone else who's talked about that, the Calm magnesium supplement is fantastic. It's really good if you're working out a lot. Most people are deficient in magnesium. Unfortunately, our soils are somewhat depleted. We don't get as much as we used to, like from like our fruits and vegetables, etc. So taking the Calm supplement is great, and it will help you relax at night. And I definitely believe that it would help you sleep good. But here we're talking about, you know, the master gland, which is the pineal, and actually promoting it to produce the melatonin, and then also using the walnuts and the cherries to get melatonin also into your bloodstream to allow you to get really good sleep at night. So I just want to clarify that. Kim Rose says, yes, I keep that brand of lavender and chamomile tea in my pantry. That's fantastic. You're already on a roll, my sister. So I acknowledge your commitment. So, all right, bedtime rules. You guys ready for this? So, last but not least, really and honestly, between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when our pineal gland produces the melatonin. And that is when we're going to get the most, let's just say, the most like restful amount of sleep. Like they say, the sleep that you get between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is equivalent, like, so 1 hour sleep between 10 and 2 is equivalent to like 2 hours of sleep. So if you went to bed at 10 p.m. and obviously you slept from 10 to 2 a.m., that's only 4 hours of sleep, but it's like the equivalent of getting 8 hours of sleep. How phenomenal is that? So the more, you know, the earlier you go to bed, if you're able to get in bed and be asleep by 10 p.m., you're going to get, you know, a lot more benefits than if you went to bed way later. So do your best to get in bed and be asleep by 10 p.m., especially if you are dealing with health challenges, because once again, the pineal gland also is responsible for our immune system. And then when we sleep at night, that's when our body rests and repairs and regenerates on a cellular level. So if you're dealing with health challenges and you're stressed out, aka fear, and you don't sleep well at night, and you stay up burning the candle at both ends and you don't sleep well, then chances of you being able to reverse your symptoms and heal the dis-ease in the body, and, you know, just turning those things things around are going to be pretty minimal. So make sure you get enough sleep at night. So if you can, try to get in bed, be asleep by 10 o'clock. I'm not going to say that I am, because typically I'm not. I'm the kind of person, I usually go to bed like around 10:30 or 11, and maybe I'll fall asleep like around 11:15, 11:30. It always just depends. But let's just say maybe the latest that you get in bed would be 11 p.m. So just do your best, okay? I'm just here to make recommendations. So, but do your best to try to get in bed at least by 11 p.m. because once again, our bodies produce the most, the melatonin between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So I'm trusting that all this information served you guys really well. Of course, I was really excited to share all of this with you guys because I believe that insomnia is probably a pretty big challenge for a lot of people. Hey, Chemo, thanks for tuning in. You know, that it's a pretty big challenge for a lot of people. It also has to do, too, with the world that we live in. So I had someone asking me earlier about, you know, caffeine and what is my take on coffee. And if you guys have ever done my program and you're one of my girls, you already know that I say no to caffeine. And that's one of the biggest things that, you know, I recommend that people wean themselves off of is because, you know, caffeine is a stimulant. And what that really does is that gets the adrenal glands fired up, you know, to keep you going and push you and keep you moving when really your body's probably telling you no, like you require more rest. And so also just the world that we live in today, you know, with just the stress, aka fear of just everything going on and finances and family and our future and, you know, just everything. So instead of me just even putting all that out there, I mean, you guys probably are even aware of exactly what I'm referring to. So as far as putting, you know, substances in the body to give yourself more energy and all that kind of thing, I don't recommend it. What I do recommend is that you take really good care of your health and that you get good sleep at night and you pay attention to the foods and beverages that you're putting into your body. And of course, you know, your thoughts and your lifestyle, etc., getting out in the sun, getting out in nature, exercising, but, you know, the proper amount of exercise, not overdoing, you know, exercising. And if you're really struggling out there to try to lose weight, I just posted a video a little bit ago, you know, it's not about overkill on the exercise, honestly, because really you're stressing your body out even further. You're more than likely throwing your hormones even further out of whack, and your body's trying to get some sort of homeostasis and balance. It has a lot more to do with what you're putting into your body because 80% of your results is going to be nutrition. So if you're eating, you know, really bad processed foods, you know, high sugar, white sugar, once again, processed foods, if you're eating junk, then you're not going to feel very good, and you can go to the gym all day long and work out, but you're not going to get the kind of results you're looking for, and you are unfortunately damaging your body. So just know that. And if you guys require any support, you can always reach out to me on private messenger via Facebook. I mean, people message me all the time, and I'm available to answer questions. And of course, my website is above this video, www.mandyfonville.com. If you want to check it out, I have a 21-day transformation challenge, and once again, I have that 4-day emotional detox group. It's a free group, and the next challenge starts the Monday after Christmas on December the 26th. So just comment below this video, I'm in, whether you are watching the live video now or you're watching the replay. It is for females only, but you can comment I'm in below, and I'll be sure and add you to that secret Facebook group because I'm really excited about the Emotional Detox Challenge 2.0. So comment below or give me some thumbs up and some hearts if this information was supportive for you. And potentially, like I said, share this video as well on your timeline, or feel free to tag people below in the comments if you know other people that could benefit from this information. And once again, you know, if you guys have any questions or anything, you always just can feel free to reach out to me. But feel my love and appreciation for you guys. I've been on here for like 37 minutes and I love it. Like I could be on here for another like 37 more plus minutes because I love what I do and I love sharing this information and knowledge with people. It's just what I'm super duper passionate about. So, you know, feel my love and appreciation for you guys. Like I said, I trust this information serves you well. I'm on a mission and I'm committed, you know, to just getting this message out there to people and being able to support as many people as I can, you know, personally, and then supporting people through you people, right? So the more that you guys share my videos and things like that, the more that we can get this information out to other people. So you guys are amazing, and I trust all you guys will have a good night's rest tonight. And once again, just feel my love and appreciation for each and every one of you. And today actually is November 30th. So this is the 30 days of live stream that I committed to doing on November 1st. This is like the last day. So, woo! No, I'm just kidding. Actually, there's been a couple days where I've done more than one live video, public-wise. And then I do live videos, of course, in my closed groups as well for my girls. Hey, Cynthia, thanks for tuning in, sister. Thanks for Chris. I appreciate that compliment. And Christina as well. And once again, hey, Chemo and Carrie, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I may take a couple days from the Facebook Live. I may take a little break, maybe at least for one day tomorrow. Yeah, I may. We'll just see how it goes. I actually have some other stuff going on that I require taking care of, so we'll see. But either way, I'll always post and let you guys know. And just make sure, now that I'm saying that, make sure you're signed up for my live notifications. So sign up here. Also sign up on the My Trainer Mandy Fumble page. Make sure you're signed up for those live notifications. So whenever I pop on here, you get that notification. You can say, "What's up?" Kim says, "You're a firecracker with great energy. It's contagious." Awesome, Kim. Yeah, that's just how I roll. So I appreciate you. Once again, yeah, I'm giving lots of love and energy to all you guys. And just keep on being awesome. And reach out if you have any questions about anything. And once again, if you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, you can still comment below and I will see it. So I can still get back to you. And once again, you can always reach out to me as well on Facebook Messenger. So I will chat with you guys soon. Feel my love and appreciation for each and every one of you. And have an amazing night. Mwah! God bless, guys. Bye.